What's up everyone, Ian and Alex here. So what we got going on now is we're gonna get into some kinetic stretching within the half 90. We're gonna do a few reps on the front, a few reps on the back. So for our front hip, what we're really looking at doing is whenever you're doing any kinetic stretching, it's easy to get confused, but we're actually just implementing our pales and rails through full range of motion. So what's gonna happen is she's gonna kind of do that anterior pelvic tilt and pull herself forward. But as she goes forward, she's actually trying to lift this leg. So what I want her to try to do is think about lifting this leg, really using her quad, really using her hip flexor, and pulling her chest as far forward as possible. Once she reaches her end range, she's gonna reverse to her pales, and she's gonna push down with her hamstrings and her glutes and drive all the way up, getting her chest up to where we started. So let's do one more rep like that again. You're gonna try your hardest to lift this up. You're gonna pull your chest forward and over it, staying long, anterior pelvic tilt as much as possible. Then on the way back, she's gonna switch gears, turn on the back side of that left hip, drive the ground away from her. The other thing that we want to note here is that we can really change the loading. So she can go and take this and hug it. Good. Now, just by simply taking her hands away, all of the weight is going to go onto the hip. She could also have done one hand, just like I say in class, you have 10 fingers, there's 10 different levels of how much assistance you could use. We're going to go ahead and skip right to here and just know that there's a step after that where we actually use weight. Whether it's holding a plate behind your back, a kettlebell, a med ball, the options are endless. So same exact thing, staying nice and long. She's gonna try to lift that front foot, pulling herself all the way forward and over it as long as she can be. Once she gets into her end range, switch gears, drive through the bottom of the hip as if she's gonna make a hole in the ground with her left foot or her left heel and drive yourself all the way up. Good, you can go ahead and relax. So that's how we're gonna really do our kinetic stretching for the front hip. And that's gonna be something that we wanna do around 5 to 6 reps of for a set. We can do multiple sets. It's a great way to follow up your pales and rails and really own the full range of motion and really focus on that kind of dynamic control. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and show you next the trail hip.